Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, your favorite tarot reader, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at how you seduce without trying, the spell you cast without knowing. I'll try to be as accurate as I can, but it is a bit tricky when reading for the collective. If you want something more personal, you can always check in with the psychic for a more in-depth description. Speaking of which, I tried a clairvoyant from Psychic Source, and yes, they're sponsoring today's video. Thank you, Psychic Source. I got matched with a clairvoyant through their site, and honestly, I wasn't expecting her to be that accurate. I gave her no personal info, just asked about my future love life, and somehow she instantly picked up that I'm already in a relationship. She literally said, "Why are you asking about the future without mentioning him?" I was literally speechless, but then I remembered that's kind of what I do too. Still a shocking experience to be on the receiving end of it. She described my future partner as someone who makes me really happy, with great communication and a bond that can handle anything. But the part that really stuck with me, she said she saw my future husband giving me purple flowers. A few weeks later, nothing happened, so I kind of forgot about it. Then we saw a tattoo promo on Instagram. My boyfriend sent me his ideas so I can book, and boom, a purple flower. Not a bouquet, but I'm definitely taking that as a sign. You can chat with gifted advisors however you're most comfortable, phone, video, or even text. Setting up my account on their website was super easy, and they have this quick little quiz that helps you find a psychic based on what you're looking for, whether it's love, past lives, energy readings, whatever. It made the whole process really personal and intentional. What sets them apart is the level of care and integrity. Only 2% of their applicants actually become advisors, so you know you're speaking to someone who's truly gifted and held to high ethical standards. And they back everything up with a no risk guarantee. If you're not happy with your last paid reading, it's free. For a limited time, you can use my code Siren at psychicsource.com when checking out, or you can just click the link in my description box below at trypsychicsource.com/siren. You'll get up to 40 minutes with an advisor for just $19.80. That's up to a $240 value. You don't have to use it all in one session. You can spread those minutes out across multiple advisors to see who you truly resonate with. They also donate 1% of your purchase to charity at no extra cost to you. Oh, and yes, I do get paid for this promo, so when you sign up with Psychic Source, you're feeding a perpetually hungry, slightly dramatic psychic, that'd be me, and funding my next impulsive crystal purchase. As you can see, the channel needs some new crystals, but that's all for now. Thank you again to Psychic Source for sponsoring today's video. Getting back to your pile selection, you can either choose your pile based off your zodiac sign, which is in the thumbnail, or you can choose the one you're most drawn to. So for pile 1, we have Amethyst with the Enlightened Feminine. Then for pile 2, we have Red Jasper with the Queen of the Wilderness. And for pile 3, we have Black Tourmaline with the Presence of the Divine Feminine. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. If you've picked your pile, you can find your timestamps for your pile in the description box below, then I'll see you at your reading. Hi pile 1, if you chose the Amethyst crystal and the Enlightened Feminine, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at how you seduce without trying, the spell you cast without knowing. So this is a general reading, only take what resonates, leave the rest. We're going to start out with your oracle cards, then we're going to move to tarot. Spirit guides of pile number 1, how do they seduce without trying? How do they seduce without trying? And what is the spell they cast without knowing? So we have the Queen of Saintly Women showing up reverse. we have the essence of old Buddha showing up reverse. And we have the warrior of light upright. With the princess of mercy showing up reverse at the back of the deck. So firstly, when I started your pile, I was hearing this cat outside, like meowing. It's not my cat. I think it's like a neighbor's cat. So perhaps you could have a message from that in itself. Cats do represent independence, confidence in oneself, power. And the fact that we even have a tiger here at the back of the deck card is very telling. So I'd say that is a confirmation in a way. So perhaps your independence is kind of seductive in a way. People like the fact that you can rely on yourself. You're comfortable with being alone. It shows you have a lot of self-worth. Because of the fact that you're not chasing, you're kind of attracting. You could also embody that confidence in yourself that other people are drawn to and find attractive in a way. And you could take up space in a way, be a little bit detached but affectionate at times, and perhaps people maybe like feel the need to chase after you because of your initial detachment, but then once they have you, it's kind of like you're affectionate with them in a way, and they feel like they get some kind of validation from that, if that makes sense. Cats also represent having strong boundaries, so people could find the fact that you have boundaries as attractive. They find the fact that you respect yourself attractive, and the fact that you just won't let anybody walk all over you or disrespect you. So since this is a spooky topic, cats and witchcraft have also been associated with familiar spirits. So perhaps you're also someone that's very protective over those around you, fiercely loyal in a way, but also independent, giving them their own independence, but also being protective at the same time. People do find that seductive. So along with the boundaries, I want to say it's not that you're not a forgiving person, but you're not going to take back somebody in your life that has done you wrong. Like, maybe some of you won't forgive or forget, some of you would, but it doesn't mean you would take the person back either. Because you hold yourself to this high standard of, I know what I deserve in my relationships, and if somebody is going to cross those lines, then they have no more access to me. Since you're in that energy, it kind of just makes people again respect you more, and they find that very seductive. There is also something about this pile being intuitive with both the Amethyst and the Enlightened Feminine card here. And with your intuition, it's kind of like you know who initially likes you and who doesn't. Because you can see through people, it allows you to pick better partners for yourself, better friends, people you know will actually vibe with you in a way. So think about it like this. If you're able to read another person, read their motives, their intentions, see through them in a way and see what type of person they are, you're able to weed out the people you don't want and truly attract the best type of people your way that are going to be magnetized to you and are going to like you. And I think because you can tell when a person doesn't like you or isn't like showing you that type of desire, there's something about you just staying away from them and going to people that you can tell actually want you around. So because you're only mainly going for people that actually want you back, it's making that seduction even more powerful because you don't have to go through that whole process of rejection. Does that make sense? So your intuition kind of creates a shortcut to the seduction. Like, you don't even have to try to be seductive to them because they already like you, you're already doing it. Also, you know exactly what people want Because you're able to read people very well, you're able to read between the lines of their facial expressions, behaviors, etc. And you're able to see what they truly want and desire and sort of fulfill them in a way, leave them almost wanting more the next time you come around. I also see that you could be someone that like texts people a lot. When people are texting you and they are attracted to you in that way, there's something about like you just knowing how to flirt over text, maybe in person too, but I'm mainly seeing texting, maybe even sexting. I'm also picking up that there's something about your voice and your calmness that is seductive. You set the standard or bar high for yourself, and that makes people feel the need to, again, like rise to your level. There is also something about the way you do your nails that is quite seductive to others. For this pile, I'm mainly seeing natural looking nails that are maybe shorter, square shape, in a way not too short but not too long. I don't know if you're someone that likes practicality when it comes to style, nails, etc. But even if that's not your particular style, there's just something about your nails and hands coming through. There's also something about your scent that is very seductive, and the way your name sounds is what I'm hearing. People are also seduced by the idea of a future with you. You have this very daydreamy energy about you where people want to daydream about you. You maybe even show up in their actual dreams. And there's something about them sort of like fantasizing about a future with you, and that's seducing them in some way. Where they just want to make that future happen for real. And so now they're taking action towards you because of that. You are also very unforgettable. And even people that you have cut off still feel like they're desiring more with you, but they can never have access to you again. So it's kind of like this energy of, I want you, but I can't have you. And your absence kind of makes that feeling linger even longer because they have some kind of like unsatisfied desire there. I heard some of you are part of the LGBTQ plus community. There's also something about your eyes that are quite seductive in a way. Some of you could have more almond-shaped eyes. I'm even seeing bigger eyes. There's something about the color the color of your eyes that makes people almost feel like they're melting into your eyes when they look into your eyes. If you ever do like a smoky eye with makeup, that could be very seductive or just enhance the overall seductiveness of your eyes. But I feel like even if you don't wear eye makeup, there's still something about your eyes having that seductive quality naturally. But I do think that if you enhance it with makeup, it will be extra powerful. Like when we enhance the features that naturally stand out. There's also something about your body and the way your body moves that is quite hypnotic and seductive. I see someone here that is a dancer. So maybe something about the way you dance. And even if you're not a dancer, maybe your dance is seductive in some way, or the way you move your body when you walk. Also, something about the way you flutter your eyes or blink kind of gives like a flirtatious effect, even if you're not trying to flirt. And the way you smile, I'm seeing kind of like, you know, when you like smile with just your lips, I'm seeing that, but kind of like a half smile, but it's kind of sexy in a way. I just feel like you guys hold your head up high. You're also very headstrong. And something about your strong personality that is super intimidating, but also seductive at the same time. You're also someone that is always glowing up physically, getting better spiritually, mentally, emotionally. as a person. You're always evolving, and that is also quite attractive to people. And you just know how to make the people around you feel special. You're possibly very good with your words. You say the things they want to hear. You say the things that they crave to hear. What also gets people is the fact that you don't seem like you're on a high horse. You don't seem like you're on a moral high horse, in the sense of you embrace your individuality. You embrace all sides of yourself. Some of you are in this energy where you don't claim to be perfect. Like, you kind of own your mistakes. Maybe the flawed parts of yourself, which we all have. And something about that is attractive, that upfrontness, that kind of like energy of transparency in a way. I also get that some of you could appear to be submissive. I don't know if you actually are. Oh, I was going to get tarot, not oracle cards. You're maybe also someone that's very busy. Because you're really busy, people find it's like they have to make plans in advance to even see you. They have to go the extra mile. Maybe you take long to respond sometimes because you're so busy. It kind of makes them value your time more and feel the need to almost double text, triple text. I keep seeing people kind of like chasing after you in a way. So we have the 9 of Swords, we have the 10 of Cups, we have the Page of Pentacles, and we have the Ace of Pentacles showing up reverse. So I mainly see dark hair in this pile. I see like very voluminous, glossy kind of hair, shiny hair. People even wonder what salon you go to, like people of the same gender. They wish they could have hair like yours. They wonder what you do, like what products you use in your hair because it looks so good. I even see that this pile tends to attract a lot of copycats, and people try to mimic you because they want to be seductive too. They want to have your magnetism, the thing that kind of draws attention to you in a way. With the Ace of Pentacles showing up reverse, what's confirmed here for me is that once people mess up with a chance with you, they're not getting a second chance. They only have one chance to treat you right, and that puts a lot of pressure on them, but I feel like it kind of challenges people in a way to show up as a better version of themselves. And that is intimidating, but also sexy at the same time. The fact that you kind of challenge them. You're also rebellious and kind of bratty. I'm almost getting this energy of maybe like a romantic partner asking you to do something and you're like, make me. There is a little bit of a sassy energy there too. And again, like something about being good with your words, knowing how to flirt. You don't even have to undress to be seductive. You can. People are very attracted to your body, especially the breast area or chest area, depending on your gender, of course. Maybe like your arms, your shoulders, that type of area, and your face and hair. But there's also something about you just knowing how to flirt where even if you didn't show anything or reveal anything, you would still be seductive. People are scared to lose you because you hold such high standards for yourself. But people also fear being rejected and not satisfying you in a way, like emotionally, if they're romantically interested in you. And so because of that, it makes them put even more effort in. It makes them even more aware of getting to know you and getting to know your desires so that they know how to please you. Because there's something about you already pleasing them, but them wanting your approval and wanting to know that they're pleasing you as well. We have the Magician, the Death card, the Fool, and the Sun. You make people happy in a way. The happiness you bring invites in more of the sensual type of energies. So what Spirit is showing me, this has more so to do with like romantic connections. So, but it can also be like friends with benefits, like casual connections too. But you know, when you're in a connection and the person's making you happy and you're automatically in that energy of being receptive to maybe their sexual advances because you're already happy in the connection. That's kind of what I see here. There's naturally more of an openness with them, more of a desire there because of the fact that they're happy in the connection. If you're a man, maybe your abs are sexy to others, your eyebrows, beard, and even for the women here, something about the eyebrows too, your rosy cheeks, your smile, again. Someone here could have a belly ring or nose piercing. And a lot of people in this pile could have very nice cheekbones as well. I'm seeing again like an intense seductive gaze like you see through people. It's intimidating but also alluring. Yeah, your beauty is kind of coming through as hot but also intimidating. I just heard Dubai, maybe someone here is from Dubai or is living there or something. You're also a fun time to be around, like kind of like the life of the party. You know, on nights where you go out drinking, having fun, there's just something about a lot of people having their eye on you, wanting to buy you a drink. You're also the one that got away to many, where you still hold some kind of seductive power over them. Okay, so the spell they cast without knowing. The spell they cast without knowing. We have the Empress. We have the Six of Wands, the Three of Swords, and the World. Again, with that one that got away energy, when people are heartbroken over you, it's like it takes a really long time for them to heal and let go of you. They're always stuck on you in some way. And there's almost like this energy of I see him or her everywhere I go. I see them in my dreams. I can't escape them. It's kind of like your presence lingers in a way and they can't ignore it. Because you carry yourself with confidence, with this self-assured energy, self-love, that already makes you so much more magnetic, where you already have this kind of glamour around you that makes people almost put you on a pedestal and see you kind of with the halo effect. I don't know if some of you actually do glamour magic, if you always say affirmations to yourself, if you're manifesting beauty, but there's some kind of glamour around you energetically that just makes you even more attractive to others. So next we have the Three of Wands. Even in your beauty routine, like let's say you're dressing up or, you know, putting on makeup or whatever, and you're looking in the mirror, admiring yourself, kind of like being in your head, oh, I'm so beautiful, I'm so handsome. That energy kind of lingers around you and makes other people start to see you that way too. Three of Wands, Knight of Swords reverse, Five of Pentacles, and the Emperor. The spell you cast without knowing is the energy of not necessarily depletion, but showing people where they have been neglected, where they have unmet needs, and those unmet needs turn into desire for you. Because there is already this energy of unmet needs, that desire for you is even stronger. And you kind of just know how to not necessarily take advantage of it because you're not doing it intentionally, but you almost amplify that energy of needing you, of course, unknowingly. You show people what they're lacking and what they need in you, what they desire in you. I also think you tend to attract people your way that are maybe kind of like different to you in a way where they like seeing your differences. It's almost like attractive to them, getting to know a new perspective. You cast an obsession spell without knowing, where people obsess over having you, obsess over the desire for you, their fantasies and daydreams about you. It's kind of like you enchant people with this dreamy energy where they want to be around you, they need to be around you, they obsess over your future and what will happen next, and maybe even like how you feel about them. You also have this ability to stay and linger in people's minds for the longest time. And what I'm also getting is that you have the power of persuasion. There's something also about a slim waist, an hourglass figure for some, or something about like your waist being smaller than the other parts of your body. I also don't know if some of you have like OCD or a little bit of perfectionism when it comes to your outfits and the way you look. Like, you want everything to look cohesive. You pay attention to the small details. So from head to toe, you're looking good. You're kind of just making sure that everything looks perfect in your outfit. So because of that, it makes people even more attracted to you, where they start seeing you as almost flawless to them in a way. You may also unknowingly put a spell of jealousy and envy on others when they compare their looks to yours. Because I literally see a comparison of the looks. Okay, let's get your zodiacs now. This isn't going to be your zodiac, but mainly the people that are seduced by you. But if yours does come up, then that's just extra confirmation for you. Okay, so spirit guides of pile 1. Who is seduced by them? Who is seduced by them at this moment? I'm seeing somebody in my mind's eye that is into like more nerdy kind of shows, like seeing like superhero kind of shows, I guess, or like Star Wars or something for someone. I'm also seeing somebody that is like very cheerful and happy as a person. So we have Uranus, which is Aquarius energy, or linked or associated to them. Then 10th house, which is associated with our career and Capricorn. We also have the 9th house, which is associated with spirituality, higher learning, religion, etc. And it's also associated with Sagittarius. Well, we have a lot of houses here, sorry. I just want to get more zodiacs. Okay, we have Mars energy, which is associated with Scorpio. The 3rd house, which is associated with Gemini, the mind and communication. The Sun, which is associated with Leo. We have Pisces. Can I get one more zodiac? Let's see. Okay, we have Leo again, so double Leo. There could be a Leo that is like heavily obsessed with you since Leo came up twice. So I'm hearing The Art of Seduction. I'm pretty sure that's a book if I'm not mistaken. Also, join my membership. I don't know if some of you read that book and actively apply it, or if you unconsciously apply like certain seduction methods on people without knowing. Like, you could read up on like how to seduce people maybe, and maybe even strengthen that skill through knowledge, through books on that, etc. And maybe you might find when you read those books on seduction that you might be unconsciously doing some of them already. With the power of persuasion, with a spell you cast unknowingly, I'm getting that again, like you can kind of like flirt your way out of getting things from people. Like, I'm seeing the sprinkle lady in my mind. If you know, you know. And I'm basically seeing this energy of like a woman that is kind of seducing a man, asking him for something, you know, batting her eyelids in a very seductive way, and then she just gets what she wants. V. We have P. We have X. We have E. W. Q. C. What I'm also getting from you guys is you kind of exceed people's expectations. You hold this mirror to them that their standards should be higher. Maybe because of your own high standards said, or maybe because of the fact that you're treating them so well that they automatically now have higher standards after being with you. So then there's this energy of like, oh, I look at past people I may be entertained and I'm like, why did I even entertain that when I could do much better? I mean, look, I was with pal number one. Nobody compares to them. So I don't want to compare you to other people, but it's kind of like they have that type of feeling here. The third house next to Mars can be this energy of knowing how to dominate with your voice in a seductive way, but also knowing how to kind of turn a person on with your voice, with either the tone, the words you're saying. I even see this energy of you guys being a good kisser, like knowing where to kind of, like I see somebody like licking the neck area or something like that, kissing the neck area, and it's like you know the right areas to kiss to turn a person on. You're also very comfortable with your own sexuality and your individuality. And perhaps because you're also successful or, you know, like reaching your goals in some way that adds to your magnetism, I hear that you guys are very tempting in a way. So that is where I'm going to leave your reading. I do hope this resonated with you. Let me know how it resonated down in the comments below, and I can't wait to see you next time. Hi, Pal 2. If you chose the Red Jasper Crystal and the Queen of the Wilderness, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at how you seduce without trying, the spell you cast without knowing. Please be aware that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle your cards now. So we're going to start off with your Oracle cards, then after we'll take a look at Tarot. So Spirit Guides of Pile 2. How do they seduce without trying? What is the spell they cast without knowing? So we have the Princess of Mercy showing up reverse, the Empress of Protection showing up reverse, and the Lady of Exalted Light reverse. Oh no, my deck was upside down, so all these cards are upright. When I looked at it, I thought it was upright. Sorry. Okay, so I'm getting firstly that you have created unbreakable bonds with people, and because of that unbreakable bond, there's naturally more chemistry there. Yes, we can meet a person and have a lot of instant chemistry with them, but what's sometimes rare is building that chemistry with someone slowly over time, and then it's kind of like so potent because we've built something real there. So that's what I'm seeing with you and like the romantic interests you've had, or a current romantic partner I could be picking up on, or future even, maybe even past. A lot of you could have your hair as your best feature. I'm seeing very curly hair and very straight hair, mainly dark brown or black hair in this pile, maybe red hair too. You guys could have like a sexy smirk, and you guys really know how to kind of like dress up in a way. You have a great fashion style. There is something about your body that's seductive, specifically your legs. For some reason, I'm seeing Sabrina Carpenter in my mind's eye when she's on stage in those like kind of like outfits. The ones with like the hearts on it. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about for Sabrina Carpenter fans or those that have seen it. And it's kind of like she's wearing like sexy lingerie or um like those outfits that kind of like show a little bit more skin. I'm seeing that, and I'm mainly focused on her legs as well after saying seeing your legs. You could also be very cleanly, hygienic when it comes to your physical body, your environment. There's something about your maintenance or upkeep. Maybe a lot of you are very high maintenance, but it just seems like you keep up with taking care of yourself, with, doing your nails, making sure you smell good, um, making sure your legs are shaved. I don't know, but there's just something about that, making sure your, feet are soft and your heels aren't cracked. There's just something about that, and maybe that you moisturize a lot. It seems like you keep up with your beauty routine in some way consistently. Like when people look at your skin, maybe your skin looks very soft. You also look very healthy. You look like you take good care of your body. So people imagine you're that type of person that eats very healthy, goes to the gym a lot, because there's a major focus on your body in this pile, but also I think your face is also very gorgeous and attractive or handsome. Also, something about the shoes you're wearing or heels you're wearing, seductive. The way it sounds when you walk, like the sound your heels make. What's also attractive about you is you know how to shoot your shot with people and you come across as charismatic. A lot of you also have a kind of like cocky energy about you that's attractive. I also heard youthful appearance, so maybe a lot of you could have that youthful appearance that is quite seductive. There's something about your lips, the lipstick you wear on your lips, lip gloss, just the way your lips look in general, even if you don't wear lipstick or lip gloss. But I do think wearing like the right lipsticks or lip gloss can kind of like highlight that part of your face. You guys are free in a way with your self-expression. You don't seem like you're holding yourself back in any way. You're possibly also very generous, which others tend to find attractive. And you also have this very graceful energy about you, where you actually give people grace and kindness. Something about your kindness is attractive. Let's get your tarot card. You guys also hold a lot of mystery where people don't really know what you're about. And because of the curiosity, it kind of enhances the seduction. So how do they seduce without trying? You also know how to like bring beauty everywhere. Like let's say you were to give someone else a makeover or makeover your home. You just know how to like make things look aesthetically pleasing, whether it's your home, your photos. You could be very photogenic as well. The Three of Cups reverse. The Eight of Pentacles showing up reverse. The Nine of Cups. The Five of Cups. I also get with this pile, if you are a woman, you are probably a girl's girl. You probably don't feel threatened by other women and their beauty. Like, you know that every woman is beautiful in their own way and they can be celebrated all at the same time, and nobody has to compete with each other. That could be attractive. You also keep people on their toes because they don't always know what to expect from you or what you want from them. And they're scared of disappointing you. I feel like a lot of people just want to get your attention. I see you kind of like walking on the street and somebody having to say like 3 different things for you to turn your head and look at them. Because it's like you're just walking by, maybe not paying much attention to them. That makes them want you even more. I see people almost trying to bend over backwards, jump through hoops to please you. Your personality is very addictive to others. Maybe you do have an addictive personality, but I mean in the sense of other people feel addicted to you, feel like they can never get enough of you. We have the Four of Cups showing up reverse. Also, the things you say to people have a huge effect on them. So you could give a compliment to a person and they'll remember it forever because it just boosted their day, boosted their mood. You could say something that stings a little and they will remember it forever. So we have the Wheel of Fortune showing up reverse. And we have the Lovers. So people often feel like you're kind of out of their league, though they want to try shoot their shot anyway. And there's just something about you where people can never get bored of you. Like your presence, it's always interesting having you around. Like even if you're doing something boring together, they enjoy your presence. The conversation always flows. It never gets dry with you. What's interesting is we have Aphrodite here, the goddess of beauty and love. She could be around some of you. Or it kind of just seems like you've been blessed by her beauty in some way and in your love life in some way. But with the Wheel of Fortune reversed, there's almost this feeling people get of like, I'd have to be really lucky to get with a person like that because they're out of my league. I'd probably have to change something about myself to fit the mold of what they want. And some people do try to fit that mold. So how do they seduce without trying? Also your body language. I see somebody looking up at a person because they're taller than them. And something about the facial expression they're making is sexy. We have the Star showing up reverse, the Two of Cups showing up reverse, Judgment reverse, and the Nine of Wands reverse. Sometimes people are a little bit scared of you. I don't know if you're particularly intimidating in some way, but there's some kind of like fear of rejection or fear of disappointing you and making you mad. And there's also this energy of I want to pursue you, but with Judgment reverse, it's kind of like they're afraid of not being seen with you, but being seen with you in a way where other people would view you as out of their league. So something gets to them, something about that hits their ego in a way. And because a lot of people feel like you're out of their league, like you're too good for them, sometimes they do feel seduced by you, but feel like they have such a low self-worth where they wouldn't even try in the first place because they know they're going to get rejected. You're like that desire or dream I know I could never have, but I still desire or dream of. When I say I am in their energy. Also something about the way you pose within your photos. And you could have like this glowy, hydrated kind of look to your skin that is seductive. Also, your music taste enhances your seduction because people like your music taste. And your intelligence is also something that's seductive, especially to people that are sapiosexuals, that feel attracted to intelligence. Yeah, a lot of people just want you but never believe they could be with you. Okay, so what is the spell they cast without knowing? What is the spell they cast without knowing? I'm seeing you guys mirror people. I'm literally seeing a vision of you standing there, and there's like this mirror-like reflection between you and another person. So you're good at matching people's energies. Almost not morphing into what they desire, but matching that energy back in a way. Let's say they're being very serious with you, you're being very serious with them. Let's say they make a joke with you, you match that energy back. There's just something about the vibe you're giving off that is reflecting them and their energy back to them. That almost makes them feel like they can relate to you in a way because you know how to match people's energies. They feel like you get them, like they're seen in a way. We have the High Priestess reverse. There's something about your voice that casts a spell without you even realizing it. You guys have a very seductive voice, and you could just speak to a person. You don't even have to flirt, but your voice casts a spell of seduction without you even realizing. So High Priestess, 10 of Cups, Knight of Swords, and 4 of Wands showing up reverse. So the High Priestess reverse confirms what I said about your mystery, the fact that people feel like they can't read you very well. They can't figure out what you want from them. Because of that, there's this underlying need to find out the truth, to figure you out. And then they go down this whole rabbit hole of trying to understand you. I see people almost trying to make themselves perfect to please you. Within your facial expressions, there is a spell you hold. So let's say you make a facial expression at someone showing some kind of happiness to see them. That literally lights them up from the inside out. Let's say you give a facial expression to someone that shows you're angry. That literally brings out a strong reaction in them. Let's say you bring out a facial expression that shows you're attracted, that you like them, then maybe they would reflect that back. There's just something about your facial expressions holding some kind of spell where you know how to like bring a certain reaction out of someone through your body language and facial expressions without even saying a word. You guys have the Siren spell. In my mind's eye, I'm seeing a siren that is luring somebody in, that has the magical powers of knowing how to lure somebody in. I even see you just making eye contact with someone, not even speaking to them. Maybe you find them attractive, and later that night or day, they come up to you and approach you because you made eye contact with them. Now they're like, I have to try talk to this person. Or I even see you just thinking like, I want this person to approach me, and then they actually do. So there's also some kind of like manifestation of what you desire coming to reality. Like, let's say you really like somebody and you start thinking about them a lot. You may almost unconsciously manifest them into doing what you want them to do, like approach you or talk to you. Though I'd say your seduction is so powerful that you may attract like everyone, and I mean everyone. So be discerning of the type of people you're, entertaining, because, for example, I see somebody that, now I don't agree with this energy, but I see somebody that's maybe so attractive, so sexy that even married men or women look at them. I don't agree with that because I think a person should be loyal to their partner and it has nothing to do with you. It's not your fault, but I just see that kind of energy here. Again, you can relate to anyone, especially in conversation. I see you talking to somebody and being like, yes, me too. Like, I totally agree with you on this thing. And then they feel so close to you after that conversation that they just want you even more. You also know how to bridge people together, people that would never approach each other or speak to each other. Maybe you're a good matchmaker, or maybe you bring certain friendships together, friendships that wouldn't happen without you bringing them together. Knight of Wands, the 7 of Cups, Magician. We spoke about manifestations or confirmation. The Hanged Man reverse. You know how to catch people's attention, even when you're not trying to be the center of attention. And with that, there's this feeling of people dropping everything for you and wanting only you. So your seduction is so powerful that people even will kind of just drop people they're entertaining just to be with you and only you. You know how to tease people that you're with to make them want you even more? I was hearing Spirit joke. I don't know if I can say this on YouTube, but it's almost like you give them blue. I'm just gonna say circles. I can't say the word on YouTube, but if you know what I'm talking about, read between the lines. Okay, we have the Six of Cups reverse, the Strength card, and the World. With the Hermit and the Ace of Pentacles, as well as the Devil reverse and Justice reverse. So those are the last cards I'm going to be pulling. I see you dressing up for like some kind of formal event, and again, like just catching people's attention. You could be sitting somewhere alone and people just like automatically want to approach you. Even if you're facing away from them, not looking at them. And once someone loses you, it's very hard to get over you because of the strong feelings that remain. I also pick up on a love-hate relationship you once had with somebody where it was very passionate, steamy, but you guys also struggled to get along. This person loves fighting, then making up with you. Because I'm seeing some kind of makeup intimacy. Let me just put it that way. So in my mind's eye, I'm seeing like a vampire use hypnotizing powers to almost bend their free will, to almost make them desire that person. So I'm not going to take that literally, but maybe you just know how to hypnotize people in a way with your physical appearance, make them almost desire you in a way. And maybe you're good at getting what you want out of people, getting them to do what you want them to do. You also cast a spell of confusion and repetitiveness around the thought of you. So there's something about, what is the confusion about, Spirit? When they think of other people, they feel confused, but when they think of you, they feel clear. And then with the thing of like you knowing how to remain on people's minds, I guess again, there's just this unforgettable energy about this pile. And another spell you cast without knowing is, let's say you were obsessed with someone and you get over them, and then all of a sudden now the roles reverse and they're obsessed with you. I feel like that has happened to many of you because that obsession you had for them was so strong at the time that when you stopped obsessing over them, that energy still remained, but the roles kind of reversed. So there's some kind of swapping of energies here, if that makes sense. I'm also seeing Cupid's arrow in my mind's eye being shot at someone. So when people see you, it feels like they're literally shot by Cupid. Some people might even feel like they are experiencing love at first sight, even if they didn't previously believe in that. Something about your lashes, especially if you curl your lashes or have long, nice lashes. I'm not seeing thick lashes, but like thin, not clumpy lashes, but like thin, longer lashes, if that makes sense. You're also very good with your hands. When you touch a person, it's like you induce that desire in them automatically. Like even by just touching their arm or hand or brushing against them like accidentally. You could touch a person and turn them on so quickly just by your touch alone, even just like a hug or, you know, kissing them or whatever, just seeing your touch. Let's get your zodiac signs now. So these are going to be the zodiacs for those that are seduced by you. So first we have Neptune. That is associated with Pisces. We have Jupiter, which is associated with Pisces and Sagittarius. We have Scorpio, possibly a lot of water sign energy. We have the 8th house, which is double Scorpio energy. Saturn, which is Aquarius energy. The 12th house, which is associated with Pisces again. Then we have Aquarius again, with the 11th house also associated with Aquarius. So I find it interesting that we spoke a lot about your photos and we see social media with the 11th house here, so that it is a confirmation. And there's also a confirmation here with the word mystery. You're also very lucky when it comes to attracting love. I feel like you attract more love your way than the average person. Okay, let's get your initials now for the people that are seduced by you. Also, join my membership. So, Spirit Guides of Pile 2, please give me initials for those that are attracted to and seduced by them. We have the initial Q, V, E, M, J, T, N, E, L, S, O, and A. Then we have I again. Oh, no, there was no I previously. I and H. Okay, so that is what I have for you today. I do hope this reading resonated for you. Let me know how it resonated down in the comments below. Please also don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time. Hi Pile 3! If you chose the Black Tourmaline Crystal and the Presence of the Divine Feminine, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at how you seduce without trying, the spell you cast without knowing. Please be aware that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. We're going to start out by shuffling your oracle cards, then we'll take a look at tarot. So, how did my pile number 1 seduce without trying? We have the Mother of God. We have the Goddess of all that flows. And we have the Patroness of miraculous healing. So a lot of you could have this radiance about your physical appearance, this kind of glow to your appearance in some way. Especially when you're doing really well, it's like you're glowing, you're radiating in some way. People feel as though they get lost in conversation and lost in your beauty in some way. There is also a tendency to get very attached to you that other people have. And when you're around people, they feel as though they want to extend the amount of time you spend together. A lot of you could have this doll-like beauty about you. A soft beauty that is alluring at the same time. People also tend to hold on to objects you've given them, like gifts, photos you have with them, etc. They tend to keep it by their side. And you do have a very healing energy about you, but people feel as though in order to be with you, they have to sacrifice something. I am seeing the movie The Love Witch in my mind's eye, specifically the part of the movie where she's pulling cards on a potential lover. So I don't know if you guys know how to pull cards, but there's just something about like knowing how to intuitively interpret the people in your life and if they're going to be good for you or not. And maybe that helps you in your love journey in some way. There's also something about your accent that people are attracted to. I am also seeing the movie Legally Blonde in my mind's eye, so maybe some of you could look like that character Elle Woods, or maybe some of you could have that type of energy about you where people are attracted to your beauty but also your intelligence. I also feel like you guys have a soft look about you, and you do have softness within, but you're also not weak in a way or naive. You know how to stand up for yourself, and you know what you deserve. And you know you're worthy of the kind of love you want to attract. Perhaps you also show up in people's dreams, and I feel this intense longing that others have for you to be by your side. You could have very clear skin as well. Something about the way your skin looks. And I also feel like you have a beautiful aura that enhances the physical beauty as well. You guys have like this innocence about you with the angel wings here. But there's also something about people wanting to treat you like a queen or king. You could have very full cheekbones, a very prominent Cupid's bow. I'm seeing hooded eyes and a slimmer kind of body type. There's also something about your smile that is also very seductive and beautiful when you're just having fun and enjoying yourself. There's like a lot of people looking at you, watching you, and you don't even realize it. There is this feeling of remorse here coming from people that lost a chance with you by messing up. It's kind of like people see you as the prize. I do think this pile tends to receive a lot of compliments from others too. So take a look at the compliments you're receiving, and perhaps within that lies some of the seductiveness that people see. If you have ever been intimate with anybody, something about the way you undress turns them on. And also something about the way your lips move when you talk. And the kind of eye contact you hold when you talk. A lot of you have this ethereal type of beauty. And a lot of you, I feel like I'm picking up on a lot of mothers in this pile. I see somebody that's very in touch with their femininity, if you are a woman, where you wear a lot of things that would show that energy. So, for example, maybe wearing a lot of pink, maybe wearing a lot of dresses. I'm seeing like more so a girly girl. Also something about the way you drive, like your demeanor when you're driving. And for some reason, I'm seeing this vision of someone in this pile at a club, and you're like sitting in one of those seats. It's like a booth kind of seat. I don't know if it's like a VIP section or what. And I see you like taking selfies and a lot of people looking at you, but you don't realize it. So I feel like a lot of people like to stare at this pile. I'm also seeing someone that puts mousse in their hair to increase the volume in their hair, and it looks very good. I'm even seeing someone put like rollers in their hair. When people fall for you, they tend to fall hard and fast, and there's strong, deep emotions here that's present that also makes them feel even more seduced by you. But when you leave their life, it's almost like they drown in those emotions, metaphorically. I keep seeing softer features around the face, like, for example, a softer brow. Like maybe when you fill in your eyebrows, for example, you don't make them super arched, or maybe the shape is kind of like straight or kind of curved in a way where it's not that arched. And the color of the brows kind of aren't too dark in a way. They kind of like blend in with your face nicely. And I'm seeing softer features, like rounded features, instead of sharp features that kind of stand out in a way. But something about the softness, the way your features blend together, suits you. It gives off this cute vibe. So, how do they seduce without trying? I feel like you guys are very spoiled in relationships, and there's just this feeling of other people wanting to spoil you with gifts, with the way they treat you. I even see people like trying to make you laugh. We have the Nine of Swords, the King of Swords reverse, the Sun. It's like you don't even try, but they're the ones trying to make you laugh. And we have the King of Cups reverse. You could even make a detached person fall in love with you. That's how potent your magnetism is. People tend to get scared and ruminate when you don't respond to them for long. Let's say you don't respond for a few hours or a few days. They tend to get worried and overthink, like, do you not like me anymore? Did I do something wrong? There's something about loving your smile and laughter strongly. Something about that is seductive. We have the Nine of Pentacles reverse. The Knight of Swords reverse. The Hanged Man reverse. And the Nine of Wands reverse. Something about the stories that you tell. It's not even really about the story, but it's the way you kind of captivate people and keep them interested in hearing what you have to say. I also feel like people tend to want to do little things for you, where maybe they want to like hold your bag for you so that you don't have to carry anything heavy. Something like that's coming through, like I want to do little things for you and have you receive it and almost take care of you in a way. I also see people like wanting to take care of you financially, pay for things for you, or just spoil you in general. It's kind of like you get the say in a lot of your relationships in terms of what you want to do. It's not even that they put their own needs or wants to the side, but for example, let's say you're dating somebody and they're like, where do you want to go eat? And they instead choose your choice because they want to make you happy instead of kind of like only thinking of themselves. So I see that you have that effect on people without even trying, where they want to put their own needs or wants to the side to make you happy. You're also generous, charitable, and those are traits people admire and feel is sexy. Also, if you read a lot, something about that is sexy. And even a talent you have could be sexy to others, whatever talent that may be. People are kind of intimidated by you, nervous to be around you. And I think that with you, people tend to get like very shy to shoot their shot because they get nervous around you. So you make people nervous without even trying. And part of that is your seduction. Also, when a person begins to like you, it takes a very long time for them to get over you or to stop liking you. You could do anything and they won't like feel unattracted because they already like you so much. You could even lead a person on if you wanted to. I'm not saying you should, but I feel like it's very easy to get led on by you. In other situations with people where they would normally kind of pull back and be like, okay, I see that this person's messing around with my feelings. With you, it's like, I'm blind to the love in a way where I can't stop myself, if that makes sense. So we have the King of Wands. We have the Ten of Cups. There's also something about you moving slowly, intentionally. The Ten of Swords. And the Six of Wands reverse. I see someone that likes to go on spa days and treat themselves. Because you treat yourself, it makes other people want to treat you as well. You could also be very creative, unique, and different. And others could see you as someone they aspire to be more like, and that increases your seduction energy. There's this feeling of people being so down bad for you, where even if you were to hurt them, they would still run after you. I'm not saying you should go and hurt people. That's totally against my values, and I would never tell anybody to do that, but this is the energy I see here, honestly. And I see that you inspire a lot of people, where a lot of people take inspiration from the way you're acting, what you're wearing, and they almost want to emulate that themselves. Like I'm seeing somebody put you on their Pinterest board as an example, not literally, but mentally. You also know how to cloud people's memories in a way, and you are very hard to resist. There's something about having a cute nose, smaller to medium-sized pouty lips, fuller cheeks, yet you're looking snatched at the same time body-wise. I'm also seeing bigger breasts in this pile, and I see that people just want a taste of you. So, what is the spell they cast without even trying or knowing? We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Five of Pentacles reversed. We have the Seven of Cups. I'm seeing somebody that is very flexible. Maybe you do a lot of yoga. Perhaps that's attractive. I keep seeing something about the way you style your hair and something about your teeth as well. People like the way your teeth look. You could also look very neat and put together in a way physically, like always having iron clothes. In my mind's eye, I'm seeing gifts. So the spell you cast on people is almost like this energy of you making them want to spoil you. Like I said before, it's coming up again for this aspect of the reading, for the spell you cast unknowingly. Now I'm also seeing a ring on your finger, so maybe there's just something about you having this power to almost make people want to commit to you. You almost become what they desire. I even see people changing because of you. Like, let's say they met you and you're someone with a very healthy lifestyle and you're always going to the gym, and now they're becoming like that because of you and they're actually starting to enjoy it. Or let's say you mention a book or a series and now they watch it and that's their favorite series. It's kind of like you put people onto things you enjoy and it becomes a part of their lifestyle too. It's not that they're trying to blend into your character in a way, like blend into you in a way and become you. That's not what I'm seeing, but it's more so this energy of I'm now starting to like the things you like. I see you dropping something and someone else wanting to pick it up for you. There's this feeling of just sit there and be pretty. I will do all the work. I will plan the date. I will, drive us there. I feel like you just receive princess energy very easily if you're a woman. If you're a man, then it's in a different way. Like, whoever's with you wants to treat you that way too. Treat you like a queen or king. You also have this power where you unknowingly make people remember the memory of you in a more positive light than it actually was. Not that the memory wasn't fond, but it's like you heighten the emotion behind it. You know how to heighten the emotions within others. So let's say someone is already feeling love for you. Your presence almost just heightens or amplifies that emotion that's present within them. Or let's say they're feeling strong lust. Maybe you heighten or amplify that energy too. If someone is missing you, maybe you amplify that energy too, because with the Eight of Cups, even when you leave, you're never forgotten. Even when you leave, people still desire you. That came up in another pile too, I just don't remember which one exactly. With the healing energy I mentioned earlier, you're also very healing to those you're with romantically, friendship-wise too. But in a romantic, sexual way, I'm seeing it like they start to become a better version of themselves. Excuse me, there's just something about that. So we have the Ten of Pentacles with the Two of Cups reversed. What spell do they cast without knowing? We have the Queen of Cups reverse and the Three of Cups. You make people automatically want to respect you, and they're scared of not respecting you. Even after the relationship ends, you're kind of intimidating in a way to others where they're scared of disrespecting you behind your back. Let's say you have a falling out with a friend, and now after you stop being friends, they want to say something to their other friends about you, but maybe they're forced to kind of leave some things out and speak about you with this energy of respect, even though you're not in their life anymore. I feel like you kind of make people want to still treat you with respect even after you've left. And this comes from a kind of seriousness you have where you don't tolerate disrespect, that it's sort of mirrored even outside their relationship with you. When you detach from people emotionally, it makes them want to cling to you more. I'm hearing that song, I Love You So Much It Hurts by Clairaudience. So you bring out intense feelings of adoration, lust, longing from people towards you. There's also something about you being so beautiful or so handsome that anybody would want you, even if you're not necessarily their exact type, that they just see you as so beautiful, so handsome that, like, even if you're not their exact type, they would still want you. The kind of spell you put on people without realizing is the spell of making people want to talk about you. I see that people keep talking about this pile. And the more people talk about you, the more people become attracted to you. So, for example, someone could overhear a conversation between these other people they're maybe not friends with or close to, but around at the time. And they hear them speaking about you. And now they're like curious about you. They're wanting to meet you. They're wanting to see you. And now there's like all this adoration they have for you because of the fact that so many people are speaking about you. It's like that thing of when many people speak about like a certain celebrity, for example, and like even if the celebrity goes through controversy and maybe people are speaking about them, maybe they get a whole lot of money or opportunities from it because people are speaking about them. So I'm seeing that kind of energy with you. Take it how it applies. I also feel like there are multiple people that are crushing on you or lusting over you at this moment, because I'm seeing a vision of you and then there are like so many people around you that are trying to like get with you at the same time. So next we have the Four of Swords. We have the Three of Wands reverse and the Fool reverse. You're very powerful manifestors through emotion and song. You guys could sing a song and it could manifest in your actual life. Let's say you sing a song about a person being so obsessed with you, then they actually become obsessed with you. Or let's say you sing a song about feeling confident and feeling beautiful, and actually that day people are looking at you more. It doesn't just have to be sung, but the way you feel and speak sort of manifests. So the feelings you put out there kind of amplify. So let's say you're crushing on someone really badly. Now all of a sudden maybe they start thinking about you a lot because that energy is kind of amplified because you're feeling it so strongly. So I see that energy. I see you also cast the spell without knowing, of people almost wanting to protect you. Like, let's say somebody else tries to mess with you, they will want to protect you and have your back. And you unknowingly cast this true spell on people where they can't deny their feelings towards you, or they can't deny their attraction towards you, even if they tried. Even if they tried to lie, they would eventually have to come clean about the way they feel about you. Also, what I'm seeing is, okay, imagine there is someone in the world, and they have like two different exes. And you know when a person's like, I wish I could take this person's face and this person's body and maybe the one person's personality and mix it all together. And now I don't know how you're going to receive this message, but this is what I'm seeing clairvoyantly. There's this energy of someone seeing you as that mix. Like maybe they had two exes, and in their mind they were like, if only I could mix this person's look with this person's personality. And maybe you are a reflection of that actual mix where you have the looks but also the personality. There's something about that, like people wishing they had something and then all of a sudden you appear. Or like, let's say someone had a good relationship with someone, but it ended on bad terms. And maybe they're wishing for someone similar and then they get you. Or let's say somebody is maybe it's nothing to do with like exes or anything, and they're just like wishing for a certain type of person, like this type of face, this type of body, this type of personality, and then all of a sudden you just appear like magic. So that's definitely coming up strongly. Now let's pull the zodiac signs. So these are going to be the zodiacs of those that are seduced by you at the moment. So who is seduced by my pile number 3s at this moment? Firstly, I'm getting Gemini. I'm also seeing the energy of that deity Loki. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but he is a trickster kind of god. So talking about like a spell you unknowingly cast onto others, I don't think you're necessarily intentionally trying to trick or deceive others. But what Spirit is showing me is, you know how like someone that's very good at sales can almost make something seem more appealing in a way. You're able to do that in a way. You're able to kind of like bend and twist energies so that things go the way you want it to go. So we have Gemini confirmation. I'm also hearing tequila. Maybe you know how to make people almost feel drunk or high without even needing any kind of substance or alcohol. Sagittarius. Libra. We have Mercury energy, which is the energy of communication associated with Virgo and Gemini. Then we have Moon energy, which is associated with Cancer and emotions. We did speak about emotions. Then we have the second house, which is associated with Taurus, money, and physical possessions. So people could literally like want to spend money on you, buy you things, like I said before. People could be attracted to your thought process, the way you speak as well. And you could be this type of person that's kind of free-spirited, fun in a way, chatty, but also you know how to have like deep, meaningful conversations, but you also like lighthearted, fun type of conversations, and people like the kind of nuance there, the duality there. I also see you perhaps doing a favor for somebody and then feeling the need to do something back for you. I even see you being very good at like, let's say you're giving someone like a back massage and you do it so well for them that they want to do it for you too. So there's this energy of people wanting to reciprocate the energy you're giving out. So let's see what initials we have here for those that are seduced by you. We have E coming up first. Also, something about your habits are attractive to others, I hear. Join my membership. We also have M, R, A, P, U, E, O, G. I also get that you guys don't shrink yourself to fit in with others. And X. So that is what I have for you. I do hope the reading resonated. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time.